Hello and welcome back to the series of videos for Dreamweaver. In this series of videos we're going to be looking at adding text and images, and that's going to involve the following things: previewing pages, adding text, understanding styles, creating hyperlinks, creating lists, and inserting and editing images. Now, with every video that you look at, you should be making sure that your workspace is the same as mine. So let's go and do that first of all. The first thing that we'll need to do is to go to Window, Workspace Layout, and make sure that the designer is ticked. You will more than likely already have that, but it's just good practice. So let's go to Designer. Now, the next thing is we are going to set up a brand new site. So I'm going to go to here to make and to manage sites. And I'm going to make sure that the only thing that I have is the museum site from the last lessons. As you can see here, I've got something else which I don't want. So I'm going to click on the minus and click yes and done. And we are where we should be. Now, the first thing we need to do is to create a site, and that site is going to be based in the Dreamweaver third folder, where all the resources are for this particular chapter. So to do that, we're going to go to Site, we go to New Site. I'm going to go and call this one dw03 Lessons. By all means, you can use something else, but that's what I'm going to do. And at the moment, our root folder is directed to the 02 folder. So I'm going to click on this browser, and the Dreamweaver lessons, and you can see these are all the lessons we're going to be working through, is currently at dw02 lessons. We need it to be on the dw03 lessons, and click choose and click save. And immediately you'll see that the resources for this particular lesson is now shown here. Go and find events HTML and double click on it. And what we see here is a split view. Now, we're more familiar with the design view where we can see the various elements. So we've got normal text, we've got heading 2 here. And if we go to the code view, we can see the HTML and the contents that make up the design view. If I click on live, then what we have here, if I can, I'll just have it on design, is how this web page, website, would look in a browser. And we click on live again to deselect it, but I want to use split for this video so you can see what changes we make in the design view are immediately reflected in the code view. So the first thing we're going to do is to add a title. So you'll need to click behind the word theirs, and I want you to put in the following, and that is Organic Utopia Events. Organic Utopia Events, and then press return. Now, you have seen straight away that we have created Organic Utopia Events, and that this text has P tags at the beginning and the end. We have a P with angular brackets, and then at the end we also have a P, but we also have the addition of a forward slash before that P, which denotes the end. And we can see here for this paragraph, so P is for paragraph and it's for normal text. We have a P here, and at the end of this we've got a forward slash, and simply by me clicking on it will select that passage of writing in the design view. We have lots of other types of tags. We have heading 2, we have headers, we have body text, and as we go through this course you will come to understand how each of these tags have a sense of purpose. But for the sake of argument at the moment, let's just say that HTML is here and it's also found at the bottom. So everything on a web page is found between those two tags. Header tags, which we'll talk about at a later date, but essentially what you put in the header tags are going to be the title of the web page and any metadata. Also between the header tags is where we're going to put all our cascading style sheet rules. We are then going to go and now change what we have here for organic Utopia events. What I can do is this. By clicking on Organic Utopia Events, I can come down to the properties down here and you'll see that we have HTML and CSS. We're going to be using both of these. The first thing I want to do is turn Organic Utopia Events from a paragraph tag to a heading 1. So I go to HTML and drop down and look for heading 1. So we've introduced a brand new element and brand new structure, an HTML structure, onto this web page, and that is heading 1. We have lots of other headings, and if I was to just quickly go through them, you can see that as I go through the headings, what happens to my title is that the font gets smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to heading 1. Now I want to introduce two cascading style sheet rules to heading 1. So what I need to do is I need to go to the CSS tag. I will want to first of all make sure that my title is either going to be Arial, Helvetica or sans serif. So I'm going to go to my font and I'm going to choose Arial, Helvetica, sans serif and click there. Now because I'm introducing to the first time a cascading style sheet rule to this heading 1 element, up comes the new CSS rule, and I will want to apply this font to the heading 1 using tag. And so essentially saying, so you want to use this rule for heading 1, and I go, yep, I do, and I click OK. Now have a look in the code here. Here is our organic our heading 1 Organic Utopia Events title, and we have created two things. We've created a style tag, so all the cascading style sheet rules are bound within the style tag. So we've got style and style, and also with it the style tags are found within the header tags. So as I said earlier, the header tags will contain the title of the web page, any metadata, as well as contain all the cascading style sheet rules, and those are contained within the style tags. So what we've got here, we've got for heading 1, we've got the font Arial, Helvetica, sans serif. Now we've got three things going on here. And the reason for that is this. Users will be using a variety of browsers. It is a possibility that a user's browser might not be able to accommodate the Arial font, in which case it will default to Helvetica. In very rare cases, the user's browser might not be able to accommodate the Arial or the Helvetica font, and so it will default to any font that is sans serif, i.e. without any curly bits. Let's go and introduce our final rule for heading 1. And what we're going to do, we're going to be putting in a color. Now we can click on any color we like, and you can see that that's the change of color will go there. We want something a bit more specific, so I will want a hash, and then I'm going to go and have a C93, and if I click off, we can see that that is the color that I will be wanting. So we've also now introduced a second rule to heading 1. It's got font and it's got color. You'll notice that the CSS rule box did not turn up because we've already associated whatever the rules are going to be associated for heading 1 have already been established. Now, the great thing is, let's just say I wanted to turn spring events into a heading 1. Well, I wouldn't have to go and do all this again. I can, because heading 1 has all these rules attached to it. If I go to heading 1 now, it's already done. Or I go to here and I want to turn that to heading 1, it's already done. So the great thing about having a cascading style sheet rules is that they are really quick to apply once you've set them up. You can have continuity, so all heading 1s will be the same, not just within one web page, but within the whole website. So in this video, we've inserted text, we've added a new tag to that web page, and we've gone and connected a couple of cascading style sheet rules to that particular tag. Have a go, see how you get on, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.